Hey, what's going on everybody? Servo here, welcome back to the channel. Today, we just got our first look and teaser at the upcoming update that's supposed to be dropping here in a couple of weeks. And I'm really hyped for it. Today, we're going to talk about this teaser, the release date, and which characters could potentially be coming to the game. If you guys enjoy my content, please be sure hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Only like 70% of people that watch my content daily are actually subscribed. We have a lot of content to go over the next couple of weeks, and I have gotten reports that a lot of people said that they have been recently unsubscribed from the channel. So if you would double check and make sure you actually are, see if it happened to you, I'd appreciate it. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. All right, so here it is. Dreamlight Valley posted on all of their socials. They said, looks like someone dropped this. What could it mean? And then we have this picture of this map right here, which has a few interesting things on it. But the major thing is down here by Skull Rock, we see a X and like a line, like we're going to a new area, like we're going to somewhere that we haven't before. So as we zoom in and look closer at this, you know, we have the Dreamlight Castle here. We got the well. Here's the meadow with the 3 ponds. We have Mother Gothel's house down here in the glade. The Vitalis mines is over in this area. And then we have like this compass right here. And we also have a ring, which looks like it's a glass, like a stain, right? And then we also have this thing over here, which looks like a hook. It looks like Captain Hook's a hook. So that's very interesting. But then down here, we have this little line that goes to an X. Now, this boat right here, this little raft, is something that took us to Ariel's like little island area where we ended up finding her. So I feel like this is very interesting. This map honestly looks just like a normal map that we already have in Dreamlight Valley. So I thought that they would show off a little more about this, like, you know, Skull Rock, or you think the line would kind of be going out this way and then an X. So it's kind of interesting that the line and the X is right here on the raft, pretty much showing that, you know, it goes to Ariel's. So here's what I am thinking. I'm thinking this map looks a little too familiar. Okay, so let's go over here and then let's go to collections. If we go to memories and we're under the Dreamlight Valley category and we scroll down, we have actually gotten this map before and maps like this in the game. So this one is from like the 3 dig spots that we had to end up getting. You know, we had one over here in the forest. We had one over here in the glade. And then one over here in the Frosted Heights. So one thing that we can definitely say for sure is this compass right here, the little stain ring, the torn apart on this map, the parchment, the frayed edges, and this hook right here is already here. So those are definitely not hints as to like Captain Hook is coming because of this or any of these the letterings or anything like that. This stuff has been in the game for a very, very long time. Now, we don't have the raft right here in this image or the line and an X, you know, but this is the exact same map they've used for a long time. And then we had this memory, which had a quest that they showed off before. It showed the raft and, you know, Skull Rock would be right here. So then it would lead over to this area. And then there's an X on this side, and this side. So this is actually showing where like Ariel's place is going to be. So it actually doesn't show it's down this way, kind of like on the map. It actually loops and shows it's kind of back behind like Skull Rock. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So back to the post here. Like I said, it kind of showed like this raft was looped up behind the island, and this is where like Ariel's place is. So is it possible that this is going to be like, you know, Skull Rock is going to be a place that teleports us to Neverland? I mean, I think that would be really cool. It's something I've speculated for a while now, and I'm really hoping, because the next update needs to be big, right? It's something we've been waiting for like over 2 years. So surely it's not just going to be a single character that you unlock and there's like, you know, Skull Rock is the size of a house. I feel like Skull Rock almost needs to be a portal to a new biome, like a new free to play biome, if that makes sense. I say free to play, I mean, obviously the game we had to pay for, but not an expansion, you know. I mean like an expansion of Dreamlight Valley itself. So that's what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping it leads to like Neverland or something like that. And that opens a whole new area to explore, maybe some new gems and resources. And if it was something we had to like constantly keep going to Skull Rock or go through Skull Rock, That would be like the most ideal and best thing, but I'm still not sure. I think since this map is pretty much the exact same as the other map, they probably want us to rely on the actual description of the tweet itself, which they said, looks like someone dropped this. What could it mean? So I think that's the main part of their post, and they're really just showing off like a map. So who is known for dropping maps or chasing down maps? I think this could tie back into, of course, Captain Hook, but I think it could be Captain Jack Sparrow, honestly. I mean, he is literally known for losing or chasing down a map in every single Pirates of the Caribbean film. And I could see them totally bringing him to the game. Gameloft's other game that they have, or one of their other games, they already have Jack Sparrow in Disney Speedstorm. So, Jack Sparrow's definitely on their radar. He's been in the surveys before. And I feel like this next update could potentially bring Peter Pan and Jack Sparrow to the game if they're not going with the whole Peter Pan and Captain Hook or Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. Now, I have stated I'm not so sure that Tinkerbell is actually coming to the game during this update, unfortunately. This is not confirmed. It's just my thoughts is we've been getting so much fairy stuff in the game, especially in the premium shop. During the Alice in Wonderland update, we've been getting a lot of fairy core items. We've been getting a lot of Tinkerbell items. We got Tinkerbell's house and stuff. So I feel like it wouldn't really make sense if during this season, the Alice in Wonderland season, they've given us so much fairy and Tinkerbell stuff. But then the next season, if they continue to give us more fairy and Tinkerbell stuff, so they could have prepped for her arrival, or they just wanted to give us a bunch of that stuff before we open up Skull Rock and potentially get maybe Captain Hook in here or some other characters. So I don't know. My guess, if we look at this image right here from the roadmap, obviously Peter Pan is coming. You can see his feather right here. The next update is Skull Rock. And then you see the shadowy figure right here, which is obviously the Forgotten. So this next quest, the next update should continue the Forgotten storyline. So it is also possible that the next update we're just getting a Peter Pan and his friendship quest, and then maybe some friendship quests for the Forgotten, and then maybe a second character if they do add a second character. So I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Who do you think is actually coming to the valley? Captain Jack Sparrow, Captain Hook, or Tinkerbell as one of the second characters? But I will say that we will probably get the answer to this in the next, couple days, maybe the next week or so. Usually when they start dropping teasers, and then once the Star Path ends, they give us an actual trailer or video to look at, and we'll definitely know more. Maybe even by the time I post this video, they'll end up giving us more teasers. But for now, with the information that we have, that is definitely got to be my guesses. You guys let me know below who you think is coming. Now, if I had to guess when the next update would be, so we have May 28th is going to be tomorrow, right? And then we have June 4th, June 11th. So the Star Path should end on June 11th here. And then I think then, after a week, we could see the next update on June 18th of 2025. The only problem with this is during the teaser, they actually mentioned that it's going to be, the next update's going to be in summer. Now, they could change that, but Gameloft is always they know the date way ahead of time. So I think when they announced that it was coming in the summer, I don't think they would have changed the date last minute and stuff. So it could be the 18th for sure, or it could also be the 25th of June. I think it's either one of these dates right here. This 18th, it definitely is looking, very likely. The button event actually ends on the 17th here. And, so that would line up perfectly with the next update. So I would say it has to be at least either the 18th or the 25th. Now, we also have Storybook Part 2 coming out as well, which I don't think that they're going to drop on the same day as this, Skull Rock update. I wonder if they're going to do one, drop one on the 18th, and then the next one is going to be a week later. Kind of like how when we first got Part 1 of Storybook Vale, they split that in the Sally update. But yeah, definitely either the 18th or 25th of June would be my best guess as to when this next update's dropping. But that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know any of your thoughts and speculations down below. What could this mean? hopefully we get another teaser tomorrow. If there is, I'll definitely be letting you guys know about it. Also, the Dreamlight Parks Fest event is dropping tomorrow or tonight at midnight for everybody. So it is releasing on May 28th in your area. So I will have a guide for that coming out later as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.